for your interest. You're welcome to this demo session where we're going to show you exactly how our platform called Rectangool can help your real estate business. All right, let's get to it. So we both agree that most real estate sales are actually based on trust, and that's exactly why we built Rectangool. Rectangool is designed to position every real estate company that uses this technology as a trustworthy organization, as an organization that does not mind to be transparent, as an organization that prioritizes customer service, that prioritizes transparency and trust, making sure the customer knows exactly what they are getting into. And in the process, this leads to an increase in sales. So Rectangool is designed to help real estate companies to increase their sales in three major aspects. Number one is to simplify the sales process. That's number one, simplification of the sales process. Number two, increase in sales. Number three, management of every sales related operations. So those are the three things that Rectangool helps with: increase in sales, simplifying the sales process, and management of everything that has to do with sales, every sales related operations. So let's go into how Rectangool does this. I'm going to take it one after the other. Number one, which is the simplification of the sales process. So Rectangool actually uses what is called the satellite imagery technology to create a digital layout, or rather a digital representation of the layout, in such a way that the client can now see exactly what they are paying for, the landmarks and everything that is available on the estates that you are buying. So let me show you exactly what that looks like. So take, for example, right, you are a real estate company, right, and your estate has been digitized, or you want us to digitize your estate, right? Then you have something that looks exactly like this. Something that looks exactly like this, for example. Yeah, something that is exactly like this. So this is a digital representation from one of the companies on our platform called Alpha Nobis, for example, right? And this is a layout. Now with these layouts, that means that these links can be sent to any client, and they can come down here, right? They can switch to a street view to see the landmarks that are available in that particular estate. They can also switch back to a satellite view to see how the environment looks like. Now once that is done, they're able to also see that, for example, here we have a major road right here, we have a community right here as well. So as a customer, I can also zoom in and go over the estates, the plots, one after the other. So what does that mean for me as a customer? So take, for example, I'm interested in buying this plot, this B12 right here. I'm able to, on the top right corner, see the size of the plot. I'm able to click on the plot. I can read a little bit of information about it, and I can click on either make inquiries about the plot, or I can just reserve right here, which means I want to buy. And when I do that, I put in my information as a customer. I select a password, because while I'm doing this, the system is also creating an account for me as a customer. So let's say I put in a password, I put in my details, and then I accept terms and conditions. If I was referred by someone, I can put in my referral details as well, or I can just click on decline, or I can just click on no if I was not referred by someone. Then I click on submit. Now the moment I do this, what happens is that I wait for it to load. Now this is the next thing. Now immediately I can click on OK, or I can click on proceed to payment. Now what I'm doing by reservation is to declare my interest, right? So I can click on proceed to payment right here, and it brings out the invoice automatically. So I see how much I'm meant to pay. The system automatically calculates VAT for companies that want VAT to be added, right? And then the customer is able to see all those details. I can click on the pay now button, and that is where I will be able to see the payment information for the company, or if the company is integrating a payment gateway, I can also have that, right? And as a customer, I can easily make my payment. Now if I'm making a part payment, for example, for this property as well, that is also applicable. So this makes it easy for me as a customer, and the moment I do that, I'm able to log into my customer dashboard to view my payment history, my payment details, and proceed to processing my documentation for my asset as well. Now, if you notice that immediately that was done, this particular plot changed from green to yellow. Now that simply signifies that this particular plot has been reserved. Now on this layout right now, the red one stands for plots that have been sold, while the yellow one stands for plots that have been reserved or in a process of purchase. So as the company now, we can come to our company dashboard right here and just come down to properties, and we come down to estates. And we come down to estates, and we can look at the pending properties to see exactly which reservations are pending. So if you look over here, this is the reservation that we just made. Now, if we should approve this reservation right here, this particular plot changes from yellow to red. If someone else were to come to a sold plot, it simply means the system simply wants them that this plot has either been sold or reserved. The same thing for this as well, either been sold or reserved. So that means that as a customer, it is possible for me to get instant allocation. That's the key word, instant allocation. That means if I'm coming to your office, for example, I'm not coming so that you can allocate to me. I'm coming so that you can show me what I've paid for or what has been allocated to me. And the manual process of having to do all this, send an invoice, send a receipt, that means that it is possible for a customer from seeing the layout to making their purchase, and all that can be done in less than 15 minutes. So you can see that even when it comes to keeping inventory as a company, to know which plots have been sold, which plots are available, this technology does that for you easily. If you look over here as well, you can see that the customer can also see other estates that are available by the same company. If there is a survey or any documents that can support the verification of this land by the government, that's also available. The customer can also click on this to be able to watch a video, right, showing them exactly how to go about all this. Do you understand my point? So the simplification of the real estate sales process becomes a reality. That means as a customer, as a company, it does not have to be complex anymore. Another amazing thing is that it generates invoice easily, instantly, and on the back end you can see that there's a place for invoice right here, and right here you can also see that you see the total amount that is due, total amount that the customer is meant to pay. That means this customer has not paid anything yet. That means as the customer is making payments, there's a reduction in the due amount. And the system also helps you to send reminders 7 days, 3 days, and on the day of payment for customers that are doing installmental payments. This solves that problem easily. Do you understand my point? So when it comes to simplification of the sales process, Rectangool is the platform for you. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is number 2, which is the increase in sales. Now, if you notice that we came here, right now, this is more like our own e-commerce real estate platform, right, where we do verified listing. Now, we as a company also do our own marketing. We also have our own brokerage, right, where we market the estates that are on our platform. That means that you have over 1,000 to 2,000 people marketing your properties for you because your property is on Rectangool. That's one of the advantage of being on Rectangool. There are people that are marketing your properties for you. We as a company, we are also marketing your properties for you, and that is sure to increase your sales. We have communities of buyers, potential buyers across different profession that we also market your properties to. Now, definitely this comes with other terms and conditions, right? But you can be sure that you are not the only one that is working on your sales anymore. we also partner with you, with our brokerage firm, to work on your sales. So that is how our platform helps you to increase sales. Now, when it comes to management of sales related operations, now Rectangle does not just digitize your estate for you. Another thing that Rectangle does is to give you tools that you can use to manage your sales related operations and general business operations. Number one of that is our accounting system. I've already mentioned the invoice system. We have an inbuilt accounting system where, as a company, you're able to do bank reconciliation, you're able to look at your income, your expenditure, and you're able to generate reports. For example, you're able to generate reports such as your profit and loss statement, your tax summary, chart your invoice versus your expenditures, and all that. As our platform also has an inbuilt CRM where every staff of your company, for example, would have access to upload and update their leads, because we noticed that one of the major issues with real estate companies is the fact that there is no proper lead documentation. And because there's no proper lead documentation, you're leaving money on the table. So let's say, for example, staff A went for marketing and brought in 100 leads. Now, when you don't have a database where those leads are being stored, it means that when staff A is leaving the company, he's also leaving with his lead information. But with a platform like Rectangle, that becomes easier. That does not need to happen anymore. We have other marketing tools such as email marketing as well. We have also a realtor management system where you, as a real estate company, besides the fact that we have a brokerage, you as a real estate company, all your realtors can now have access to this. Now, what does this mean? It simply means that all your realtors, right, can have an account on Rectangle where they will be able to log in, generate a property link just like this, and send to their customers. Now, what that simply means that it becomes easier for you as a company, right, to process their commissions. Why? Because now you know exactly which realtor is making this sale. And the realtor would also be able to log into his dashboard to look at his sales history. Right? The realtor can also log into his dashboard to look at how much he has sold, to look at his commission history, his spending commissions, and you as the company can create different commission plans for different realtors. You understand my point? So when it comes to simplifying the sales process, showing your clients that you are transparent and you are going to give them exactly what they are paying for, Rectangle is the platform you need to use. When it comes to increasing sales, managing your sales related operations, Rectangle is the platform that you need to use. So we are glad that you've been a part of this demo. We want to have you on board. We want to do business with you. So kindly contact us, right? Kindly contact us via WhatsApp through the number that's going to be showed after this video, and we can take up a conversation and look at how we can bring you on Rectangle. Thank you so much for your time. Have a pleasant day.